Why are men done at 45? What if the reason why so many men look tired, angry, and checked out at 45, 55, maybe even as early as 35 is because they're exhausted from being someone they were never meant to be? I mean, think about your life. Are you really happy with who you are? Are you tired of the imposter syndrome and maybe the fear of trying to be somebody else because you're afraid of who you really are? Hi, I'm Branon Dempsey. Click a like, follow, and subscribe. I'm here to help you heal the wounds, own your story, and lead your life because your story matters. See, many men spend the first half of their lives chasing approval, trying to be somebody else, that they're not. They work hard. They try to make everybody happy. And they're trying to prove that they're strong, successful, and good enough. And see, these are really expectations that are not even from them. They're expectations from somebody else way back in the past, years ago, and they're still trying to live up to what they call as successful, strong, and being a man. Then something happens around midlife. Many men start asking the hard questions. Who am I doing this all for? Am I really making a difference? Am I being who I'm supposed to be? Why am I so scared about the future? See, they begin to realize that no amount of money, titles, praise, success can fill that hole that's created by living for somebody else's approval and also not measuring up to somebody's unrealistic expectations. See, this could be your spouse, this can be a boss, this can be somebody in your career or a partner. And the problem is that things that once seemed to be important start losing their power and significance, because once the man begins to fixate their significance on something else rather than themselves, that's when they lose. They also begin to feel weak and even asking the question, why do I need to impress anybody anymore? And that is not a losing of somebody's pride within themselves. It's mainly losing self-respect. They get tired of fitting in. But when they turn the tables to ask the question, who am I living for? And they begin to focus it back on themselves, that maybe they need to be the ones to be in the driver's seat of their own life, things start to change. And that is when authentic living has a little glimmer in a man's soul. But for some men, this can feel like an alarm bell or a complete crisis. And for others, it can feel like freedom. Real men who become grounded in their purpose and significance realize that fighting for things and arguing is just not worth it anymore. And stop chasing every single opinion. Stop overthinking about what you think others think about you. And best of all, they stop carrying all the expectations that were never meant for them to carry alone. And for the first time in a long time, they start becoming more honest about what matters and what doesn't. So maybe turning 35, 45, or 55 is not about giving up at all. Maybe it's about waking up. Maybe it's finally letting go of all the masks, the competition, the costume that you hide behind, and you start being who you truly are. Because healing in a man stops asking,